start recording. Okay, so the last class we have been talking about conditional statement. Conditional statement is nothing but if else. If else. Right, conditional statement, and we have been talking about expression, how to do the expression. We have seen with the example, expression is nothing but any value which we are assigning to the variable is called as a expression. And also we have seen with the assignment status is nothing but a value which we are assigning to the particular variable or particular object or whatever it is. So whenever we are assigning a value to the variable is called as a assignment statement. And then we have seen the constant, how to use the constant with a keyword called final keyword. Final integer a equal to 2 means that is a final. I cannot change the value of a. So all over the places a will be 2 inside that program. And when we say variable, this is the variable. Variable is nothing but, for example, if I said integer equal to a1 equal to 3. So later I can change this value because this is the variable. This is the variable which is nothing but unfixed values that are stored in the variable. So during the program, anywhere I can change to the a1 equal to 5. So I have a flexibility. Only the flexibility will not be there when we say final in front of the integer. Clear? So that's what we have seen last. And today we are going to talk about the loops. Today we are going to talk about the loops. Okay. So loops is nothing but, as the word says, looping. Loops is nothing but repeating of a statement. Repeating of a statement till a condition is succeeded is called loop. That means if I have to tell in real time, if I have to link something, if I lost key, right, at home, I kept the key somewhere, bike key or car key, some key I kept at home somewhere. Till I find the key, I will be keep on searching it, right? I'll go to the kitchen, hall, bedroom, or whatever the rooms we have, every room we will go. And we will check which are the rooms I have. First, I'll go to the hall or bedroom or kitchen. So we will check all of them. So as soon as I find it, then I'll come out of the house. So loop is nothing but repeating the statement till a condition is met. Till a condition is met, right? So there are 5 types of loops are there. There are 5 types of loops. One is do while, and second one is while condition, and the third one is for. For is for different, like for is used for primitive data type. For is used for collection data type. For is used for SOQL, right? Total we have a 5 loops. For primitive, for collection, for SOQL is a 3. While, do while is 2. Just a second. So there are 5 loops are there. do while, for primitive data type, for collection data type, for SOQL, right? So first thing we will see do while. Do while. What is the do while? Is nothing but same work doing again and again. Doing again and again is called do while. Or I can say repeating the work. Okay. How do we, what is the standard syntax, which is called as a skeleton syntax? What is the skeleton syntax here? First do, then we'll go to the while. Do and while. So let's say do is nothing but, first do, we write some code here. Then while is nothing but check the condition. It's like okay. So it's like I'm doing the work first, then we are checking the while condition. So how do we write the do while in the code? First do, start with the curly braces, end with the curly braces, then while, check the condition. Okay, let me show you with the example so that you will understand. Let's go to my org, open developer console. Okay, from last couple of days, we are not implementing any Apex classes, right? We are just using the anonymous window, because what we are doing right now, we are just testing our code. We have not started programming. We are just testing the code, right? So what are we doing right now? We are testing our code on the loops. The first one is 01 dot, which one we are doing? Do while. Do while loop, we are doing it. So do while is always a reactive. This is always a reactive loop. Why? I'll show you that. Okay, let's go ahead and write it. So let me do, okay. Then we'll check while. In while, let's assume that we have some integer count. Integer count equal to 0. Integer count equal to 0. In the do, let me put system.debug. Let's say good afternoon. Okay. Now let me increase the count. Count plus plus. Now in while, what I'll do? I'll check the condition. If count is less than 10, then again do. What it does is basically, let me open my page. Okay. So I am initializing the count equal to 0. Okay. So this is what? This is basically a do. And this is while. Okay. It doesn't matter with me what is the count. First, do the action. Right? Do the action. Then increase the count. Next, I'll go and check the condition here. What is the condition that I have here? Count greater than, count less than 10, right? Count less than 10. So first time when it goes to the while, count become 1 because we are increasing here the count. We are increasing the count here. We are increasing the count here. And again it will go back to the, do. Okay, we are still qualifying that. Again, do the action. Now come back, increase it, come back. Now check the condition. Yes, it is satisfied. Again, do that. Okay, check the, do the action. Now come back to the while. Let's say, for example, when you go to the office or maybe you are in a college, if there is a punishment saying that for 10 days you have to say good morning to me, right? So that person will say that you, for 10 days from today onwards, 10 days you have to say good morning to me. So what you will do, without any calculation, you immediately see him from the next day. Whenever you see him or see her, you say that good morning. Then you calculate the count. Again, next day you will say, and then you will calculate it, right? So you will keep on saying it, and then you will count. You will not count first and you will not say, right? So for example, assuming that we'll say the good morning first, then I'll say that, okay, from today, it is like a 2 days. 2 days have been telling, or 3 days, 4 days, I'll count it. Right? It's like I'll do the action first, then later I can check the condition. Right? Let me execute this. Let's see what happens. Highlight this, execute the highlighted one. Execute the highlighted one. What it says, count. Okay. Let's highlight this. 10th line. What is it? While condition. I did not put the semicolon. Debug. See how many times it said. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me add here so that we'll get the clarity. Count. Give me the count. Whenever you print the good afternoon, give me the count also. Highlight this, execute it. Debug. See, it starts with 0. It doesn't go to the count first. It starts with first does the action, then it goes here. So when it reaches to 10, it will check the condition. Okay, it is not qualifying. Okay, do not do the action anything because it does not qualify the condition. So that is how do while. It's a reactive loop. It does the action, then it will check the condition. Let's say for example, okay, let's say for example, if I have to create an account record, okay, let me take a subject here, account A equal to, I'm initializing it, new account, right? I'm initializing it. So what I'll do is A dot name. I'm trying to create it. I'm trying to create a new records. Okay, I'm creating the new record from the code. So what is my name? Let's say that Dell Technology. Okay. And what else I have? I have a phone number equal to 111, some phone number. Now I have to insert. Okay, for inserting it, one of the option we have a DML option. I already explained that. Let me go to Notepad++. Okay. Here, one of the option which is called as a DML, right? Apex language construct, we have a DML. DML is nothing but data manipulation language. What it does, data manipulation language, either I can insert, update, upsert, delete, right? This is all called as a DML options. So here for my DML option, what I'll use it, insert A, right? Insert A. Let me comment out this debug, because why I'm commenting out the debug, right now I'm checking the account. Let's go ahead and see how many accounts it created. Okay, how many records it is created. Let me execute this. Execute the highlighted. Perfect, there is no issue. Let me go to the Salesforce. Service console. What did we create? Account we created. Accounts. Okay, see here. How many it created? 10 records it created, but it is actually 9 records. The reason is it calculates from 0. It calculates from 0 here because my starting of the count is 0. So 0 to 9 it creates. That means 10 records. It created the 10 records. See? Right? It created the 10 records. And when it reaches the next count, it says that, okay, this is not qualified. Come out of this loop. Do not do any action. Right? That's what it's a do while. Do the action, then check the condition. Do the action, then check the condition. Right? That is a do while. Now coming to while. While loop. This is also same. Repeatedly executes block of code. Repeatedly executes the block of code as long as a particular Boolean condition remains true. A particular Boolean condition remains true. That means this is a condition code block. This is a condition code block. What is the skeletal structure of this is, first it will check the condition. While condition. First check the condition. Then execute my code. Here we write the code logic. Right? First it will check the condition. And then it will execute the logic. Now let's go ahead and see with the example. So right now what we are seeing, second one, which is a while loop, right? While loop is proactive loop because it checked the condition first. Then it is going to execute the logic. So we'll implement same thing, integer count equal to 0. And then we'll check while the condition count less than 10. Right? Now we'll go here and let's print the same thing, system.debug count And let's increase the count. Right. Let me execute this piece, highlight this, execute the highlighted one. Debug. Say 0 to 9. Both are giving the same result. Both are giving the same result, right? This was also giving the 0 to 9 and this is also gave the 0 to 9. But which one is the best practice? Best practice is proactive loop, not the reactive loop. Best practice is proactive loop. And in real time, we use the proactive loop. We do not use the reactive. Right? So proactive is the one which is the best practice, and in the real time, we use the proactive one. In proactive also, I can create a, let's assume that, I'll show you the difference here. Now what happens is if I increase the count, the difference between the proactive and reactive here, for example, if I increase the count to 20 here, what will happen if I execute this? Execute the highlighted one. What? 13. Okay. Execute the highlighted one. Oh, debug, I did not add. Okay, let me comment out this space and add this. Highlight, execute it. Debug. Okay. What did it do? When I gave the 20, it gave the result. But actually, it should not give me the result. Right? It should not give me the result because my condition is only print or only create a record when my count is less than 10. But what it did, it executed it. Without checking the condition, it executed it. That means I do not care what are the count it will be. First, I'll do the action. Then I'll check the count. But if I give here 20, if I give here 20, what will happen? It will not execute it. It will not print the count because it checked the condition first. It checked the condition first. This is a smart way to do the coding. Like a smart person, first count it before it says the good afternoon or good morning to the other employee. And as soon as it reaches to 10, she will not say anything. Right? So if the other person asks what happened, why are you not saying yes? Today is the 10th is already done. So I have done my action. But dummy person will keep on go ahead and saying that after saying, like they will say right now. And after 5 minutes, they calculate from Monday, how many days did I do? Did I say good morning? They will calculate from after 5 minutes after saying the good morning or good afternoon. So smartest way is proactive. And this is what we use it in the real time. This is what we use in the real time. Okay, let's go ahead and write some programs on this so that you will get more clarity. Next one, write a program to calculate sum of even numbers up to given number. Sum of even numbers up to given number. What is that means? If I give the number 20, if I give the number 20, what it should do? It should give me the sum of even numbers. Sum of even numbers. If I have to say more clearly on that, Like if I give it 20, what are the even numbers till 20? 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, till 20, right? It will calculate 2 to 18. What will be the sum? Sum will be 90. So if I give it 20, it should sum of even numbers that are between the 0 to 20. That are between the 0 to 20. Sum all the even numbers and give me the final count of sum of even numbers. So that's what we are going to do right now. Okay. So what I need, first thing, I need 3 variables. One is giving the number equal to 20, right? One is integer 20. And next I have to count So let's give the count as 0. Now next variable I need it for the result. The result will be, let's say that by default it is a 0. And just a quick tip, in real time, whenever you are declaring a variable, you always have to start the variable name with the small letters. Variable name always, it has to start with small names. For example, if you have a number of calculation, you have a variable name as number of calculation, do not write like this, number of calculation, variable name. No, it has to be always start with small. Number of, where on the second word, whenever you say, the first word is completed. And starting of the second word, it has to be capital. And the third word, the starting letter has to be capital letter. So it should be like this. Camel format, it says. So you always have to start with a small letter whenever you are declaring an integer. Okay, that's just a tip for the real time. Okay, now back to the program. We have a 3 integers. Right? Now let's go ahead and implement the proactive loop. So while check, what is the check? If my count less than number, then only go inside, because where I wanted to stop at 20. So here 20, and my count will be 0, and it will keep on increasing inside this. And what I wanted to do, I wanted to sum of them, right? So basically I wanted to store the result equal to, initially my result will be 0 plus and the count, right? Initially both of them are 0. 0 plus 0, 0 it will come. Now I have to increase the count, right? So count plus plus, let's say count plus plus. 2 times I'm increasing it. Okay, if you mean plus plus means it's not increasing twice here. Plus plus is nothing but count equal to count plus 1. Count plus plus is nothing but, if you want more in detail, count equal to count plus 1, right? So this is the meaning of that. Now we are increasing it. Finally, what I want the count of sum of the even numbers, right? Let me print outside of this loop, system.debug. And I need to know the result at the end. Fine. Let's go ahead and execute it. Highlight this, execute it. Debug. See, 90. What is the sum of even numbers? Is 90. Because when it reaches to 20, my condition is less than, right? 20 less than 20 does not match. So it will take up to 18. It will take up to 18. Clear? If I have to execute here, so initially we are declaring these values. So initial will be 0 less than 20, right? Which is satisfied. It will come here. It says that 0 plus 0. And then we are increasing it. We are increasing to 1. And then I'm increasing to 1 plus 1, 2. Again, 2 times I'm increasing it to, right? Again, here it will come, it will check 2 condition. It is less than 20, that's perfect. Now result is 20, 0. It was result is 0 plus 20, right? Plus 2. Now count will be here 3. And 3 plus 1, 4. Right? Here, when it comes here, it will be the 4. And result will be 2 plus 4. I think this is clear, right? I need not to explain in detail. Is it clear for everybody?
Can you repeat once again?
This logic?
Yes.
Okay. Let me take out this. Okay. What is my count initially? What is the count initially? 0, right? 0 less than, what is the number? I have 20. Right. Now here result equal to result plus count. What is my result? I have initially 0. And what is the count that I have? 0.
0.
Okay. Now I am increasing 0 to 1. Again I am increasing it 1 to 2. Now my count is 2. So instead of 0, the count will come as a 2. 2 less than 20. Right? Now here what was the result? It was a 0. Because initially it was 0 plus 0 was 0. So result is 0, but my count is increased to 2. So what is the result value right now is 2. What is the result value is 2. Now, clear till this point?
Yes, ma'am.
So now the count is 2. From the 2, I'm increasing it to 3. Again, I'm increasing. So 4. So it will come back here. It will check. What is my count right now? 4. 4 less than 20. Yes, it is satisfied. It will come here. Now, what was the result that I was having? 2. Right? 2. And what is my count? Is plus 4. Equal to 6. Result is 6. Right? And the count is 4. Now I am again increasing 4 to 5. And one more time I am increasing to 6. Right? It will come back. But it will come back here. Count is 6. 6 less than 20. Yes. What was the previous result value here? 6. Result is 6. And what is the count right now? I have a 6. So 6 plus 6, 12. Right? And what is the count? It was having a 6. 6 to I am increasing 1 count. And again I am increasing 8. So it will come back to count here. It will check what is my count? 8. 8 less than 20. Perfect. It is qualifying it. It will come back here. What was my result here? It was a 12. So 6 will be changed to 12. And what is the count? Count will be 8. So 12 plus 8, right? 20. So result is 20. What is the count? Count is 8. 8 to increasing to 9. Again, I am increasing to 10. Fine. If you want more clarity, let me put a debug here. System.debug. Before calculation. Before calculation, count. Get the count, right? And before calculation, get me the result also. Right? Now, after the calculation, what is the result? After the calculation, get the result. Okay. Now, final. This is after increment of count. Get me the count. Now, let me go ahead and execute this. Execute the highlighted one. What happened? 32. System.debug. Okay, highlight this. Execute it. Debug only. See, initially everything is 0, right? And after increment, count is 2. So what is the count right now? 2. But result is 0, right? So now 0 plus 2. After the calculation, result is 2, right? After that, we are incrementing the count to plus 2. So right now the count is 4 and the result is 2. 4 plus 2, 6. Clear? So this is how you can debug and see what is happening it and what is the output you are getting it. Is it clear? Okay. So homework, write a program to calculate sum of odd numbers, up to given number. Up to given number. So what it should happen if I enter 20, right? Odd numbers will be 1, 3, 5. Up to 20. So what it should get? 100. Right? The final result should get 100. So this is a homework. This is a homework. And next homework is second homework. Write a program of two table. Two table. Everybody knows, right? Okay. 2 into 1, 2. 2 twos are 4. So everybody knows this. 2 threes are 6, 8, right? So I want two table. So what it should get? the result will be printing it should print like this. The value should be to table star count. Count will be 1 equal to result. It should print like this. The debug should be printing like this. Okay, that is the second homework. Okay. Now, let's say that you can add here what we are doing the loops, right? Inside the loop, I can add a conditional statement also. I can add a conditional statement, right? I can add a conditional statement inside the loop. So when I say conditional statement, let me take the odd numbers here. So conditional statement, how we write it? If condition, if, and then we'll have a else condition. This is a conditional statement, right? This is a conditional statement. Now, if let's assume that my choice is, if my choice equal to even, if my choice is even, then execute the condition, execute the execute this while condition. Because if my choice is even, execute this. I'll remove this all system debug. Okay. If my choice is even, get the calculation, which is a sum of even. But if my choice is odd, if my choice is odd, that means odd numbers. If my choice is odd, I wanted to get the count sum of odd numbers, right? How do I do it? Count equal to 1. Simply I have to say count equal to 1. Everything will be same. Right? Instead of writing count plus plus, I can also write count plus 2. That should also work. Else, if my choice is not there, what I'll do, I'll just simply print system dot debug, system dot debug, and I'll say that looks like you are lost. This is my code. So what I need to, before that, what I need to check, I need to initialize this choice, right? This is a string choice. And also what we are doing it, we need a number. I have not initialized the number. Integer number equal to, let's say, 100. And what else I need? I have to store the result. Result will be integer. Let's say initially it will be 0. Now if I say my choice equal to even, my choice equal to even, What should happen? It will come here. It will check what is the choice. If it is an event, then it will go ahead and execute, get me the result. But if I say odd, it will go to the odd sum and it will execute it. Let me show you that. Now 100 means you will get more numbers. Right? Okay, highlight this, execute the highlighted one. 75 line. What is the problem? Count. So I cannot write like that. Count equal to count plus 2. Execute the highlighted one. Okay, highlight this. What is the count? 2450. 2450. Right? What is the count? What is the number we have given? 100 we have given, right? So what is the count it is coming? 2450. Even number count is 2450. Now let's suppose if I say odd, if my choice is odd. Let's suppose if my choice is odd, right? Let me execute it. Execute the highlighted one. Debug 2500. What it is saying? 2500. Let's go ahead and see the count. Odd numbers, right? Two five zero zero, which is perfectly fine. So conditional statement and loops can together come up. And this is what we do in the real time. First, we'll check the condition and then we'll loop. Condition comes first, then we'll loop. You can do other way also. You can first check the condition, then if you can do the while, and then you can check the condition. First, it will do the loop, and then you can check the condition. In scenario, let's suppose if go through all the account records. Okay, in order to go through all the records, you can loop through that. That will come next. Whatever the while loop we have, after the while loop we have a for loop, right? So in that case, you can merge both of them. Let me show you that how to do that. Now, before going to that, okay. So this is if condition within the loop. I have used the condition within the loop. Let's see. This could be an interview question, whatever I'm writing here. Write a program to reverse the given word. Reverse the given word. What I'm saying here, string word equal to, let's say del program, right? So this is the word that I'm giving. What do I want? I want it should be reversed. The final output should be MARGORPLLED. So the word should be reversed. The word should be reversed. String word equal to del program. That is the word that I have given. And I wanted to final output is I wanted to reverse the entire program. I wanted to reverse the word whatever I have given. How to do this? This is an interview question could be. You might be thinking that we have to loop through the word, right? loop through the word, get the each letter, identify total length, and from last letter, from last, whatever the length is there, from last letter, get the all the each letter, and then get me at the end, combine all of this, right? You might be thinking this, right? Am I right or wrong? You might be thinking, okay. How many lines of code you have to write to do that? Probably 10 lines of code, because first you need to count the length minus 1, keep on doing that, and store the each letter, and finally you have to combine, right? You have to write at least 5 lines or 8 lines of code you have to write. But in Salesforce, as I said, that every data type will have a method. Every data type, string is the data type here. Every data type will have the method. In order to reverse it, in order to reverse, first thing, what string is the data type, right? String dot class in Salesforce. Every data type will have a method. So string also will have the method. Integer also will have the method. Every data type will have the method. Right? What is our scenario here? We wanted to reverse the complete word. So in order to reverse, do I have anything? Here it is. Returns the string with all the characters reversed. Return the strings, all the characters that are so that means if I go system.debug, okay, I have a word having the some word dot reverse. Execute it. Debug. See here, reversed, right? It reverses the word. Whatever the word we have given, del program, it reverses the entire thing, right? In case if you have a word, let's say that string equal to word equal to, if you have a numbers instead of numbers 2 2 2 3 4 5 6 7, some numbers are there, okay? Now I wanted to check whether the word is having the numbers or alphabet. I wanted to check whether word is having the numbers or word. So how to check that? We have a something called is numeric. We have a something called is numeric, right? Now let me go ahead. If word dot is numeric, if it is a numeric, my word is numeric, then go ahead and print system.debug, enter text, not the number. Any questions, guys? Okay. If I have a number, let's say that system.debug, enter text, not the number, right? Otherwise, simply go ahead and print reversing word. Let's simply go ahead and print the word reverse. Now let me execute this. Highlight that part, execute it. Check the debug only. Enter the text, not the number. Right? If I say demo, highlight this, execute, it will print demo in reverse order. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So far what we have understood in the loop, do while and while. Do while is reactive and while is proactive. Now next thing is that we will see for. For will be used to either primitive data type, it is used for the collection, it is used for SOQL. We'll see step by step. First we will go through the primitive data type. How to use the for primitive data type. So the traditional for loop, how is a traditional for loop? Let me show you the standard skeleton structure. So what we will do for, okay, inside this for, first we'll initialize the statement. Initialize the statement. Then we'll check the exit condition. We'll check the exit condition. And then we'll increment the statement. If it is fine, then we'll write inside this our logic. We'll write this logic. This is the standard traditional for loop. Traditional for loop. So that means what it is. Initialize means what? For. I have to initialize it. How do I initialize? Integer I equal to 0. Then exit condition, when it should come out of the loop. If it is I less than 10, then only come out of this loop. Now increment, I have to increment this, right? And what I can write here, the logic, what are the logic that I wanted to execute, business logic, right? So this is the standard traditional for loop. So let's go ahead and see quickly how to write. So what we are doing for initialize, we have to initialize it. Let's say that integer count equal to 0, right? And the count less than 10, and after that I have to use count plus plus. Perfect. Now inside this is the traditional loop, right? Inside this, let's say hi, good morning. Let's see how many times it is going to print. System.debug. Hi, good afternoon. And we'll give the count also to check how many times it is printing. Highlight this. Okay, this is the third one for primitive data type. Primitive data type. Highlight this, execute the highlighted one. See 0 to 9, it is printing perfectly fine, right? Let's say that, let me increase this here. Whatever the even number, odd number we have taken, right? So let me take the same thing. We have written here while loop. First we declared, we initialize the count equal to 1. Then we are checking the condition, we are doing the logic, right? So same thing, I'll do it here, count equal to 1. Let's say here the count equal to 20, or I can declare, I can initialize that separately. Integer num equal to 20. num equal to 20. Right? Now, inside this for loop, instead of the system.debug, what I'll say that I'll calculate result equal to result plus count. Result plus count. I need to declare this integer result equal to 0. Now finally, let me print the system.debug. What I'm printing, result I'm printing. Fine. What I'm doing here, odd numbers I'm doing it here. So it will, okay, I'm just increasing the count to just 1. It's not a odd number. I'm just increasing the only one time count. So 1 to 20, whatever the numbers we have, everything it will calculate. Execute the highlighted one. Debug. See 190. Because I'm just doing the count. I'm not doing the odd number here. If I have to do the odd number, then I have to say count equal to count plus 2. If I say count equal to count plus 2, and if I give the number as 20, highlight this, execute it. See 100. One to 20. See here, till 19, what is the sum? It is 100. It is a sum is 100. So that's what I'm getting the count. Right? Same thing we can do it for even numbers, or if I wanted to increase it by 5. Or if I wanted to increase it by 5. My count is 0. I wanted to increase my count by 5 till 20. And sum those. What will happen? 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, till 30 it is going to come. See, that is the primitive data type for condition. Now let's go ahead and see the collection data type. Collection data type. Collection data type is basically we use, what is the collection data types? I have already explained. Collection data type is list, set, map. Either I can use list, I can use set, I can use map. So using this collection data type, we can have the for loop. So let me show you here. And the fourth one is for collection data type. Collection data type. For collection data type. How do we declare this? We have to use the collection data type. Let me take the collection data type set. And list will have the string. Let me declare this as a st equal to, I have to initialize the collection data types. Any data type if I take related to collection data type, first thing I have to initialize it. We already discussed this. I'm initializing this list. And now inside this, let me go ahead and give some names. Let me go ahead and let's give Shiva, Venkatesh, Hema, Usha, and Akhil, right? So I declared some string inside this. I declare a string inside this. Now if I print this value, what will happen? System.debug st. If I print this, what will happen? It is going to give me the same format, whatever the way that I have given, right? Whatever the way I have given. But I want these names line by line. First it should come Shiva, then Venkatesh, then Hema, then Usha, then Akhil. I wanted to come line by line. So what I can do is simply I can use for, what is the data type it has? String. Take the string and give a variable here. Any variable you can give, st equal to what I'm trying to loop it, st. Remember this condition. This condition is the one which you wanted to loop always has to be here. Always has to be here. The one which you wanted to loop, or the one which you wanted to loop for loop, or you wanted to do the logic, always it has to be here. And the left side, it should be the data type. What are the data type this has? This has the data type as string. If this has a data type of integer, I'll use here integer. And I'm giving a name to that. I'm giving a name to that, so that inside this, what I can do, I can print system.debug. I can refer this name dot. I can refer this and print it. That's it. Let's go ahead and execute it. Debug only. See, it is printing. Line by line, it is giving it. Line by line, it is giving it, right? Now, next one is for SQL. For SOQL, we will do it tomorrow, this one, because we need to understand first SOQL, then we have to go with the for loop. So this part will continue tomorrow. Till collection data type, everybody is clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And thank you so much. Tomorrow, we'll let you know the timing. Probably in the morning, we will have the meeting. We'll have the session probably in the morning, but we'll let you know the timings. Okay?
Sure. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.